Hello, YouTube family. How you doing today? Sorry it took me a while to post. I've been kind of tied up with some things. Let me talk about what happened with the Democratic primary between Crockett and Tallarico. I do think the Stephen Colbert interview with Taylor that wasn't aired by CBS had a lot to do with him getting name recognition. I do think some racism in the Democrat Party had to do with Jasmine Crockett not getting support she needed. But Tallarico still has the same problems coming up now that he's the candidate for the Democratic senator, and that is obtaining the black vote. I don't see how he's going to work this without Jasmine Crockett's support at all, and we will see what happens. I do believe that it's going to be a runoff between Corwin and Paxton, and whoever gets the nomination, we'll see what happens. Corwin will probably be the safer bet for the Republicans, and we'll see where it goes. Since there's a clear winner with the Democratic, they have about 2 extra months to run and campaign in the state of Texas that Republicans won't have. I do know for Corwin, the Republican Party has put $60 million in the funds for Corwin, and I don't see where it's benefiting him yet. So we'll see how this whole thing play out. But Tallarico still has the same problems, and that is obtaining the black vote. Look, as I said before, Hispanics will not support Jasmine Crockett. That wasn't going to happen. And we'll see. And look, this election is all about anger. Anger with the current administration and their policies. And it's just that simple. Anger about immigration, anger about food prices, and probably finna be anger about rising gas prices because of what happened with Iran and Venezuela. We don't know. But this does remind you how much your vote does matter. Now, what happens? Don't know. We'll find out in November. But Tallarico has a fight on his hands to get African Americans to vote. And I'm not going to lie. And whatever happened in Dallas was some kind of hanky-panky going on. And that's the only way to say that. There's something funny going on in Dallas with this. And we'll see. People are suffering. People are hurting. People are mad. People are upset. People can't afford. People have to make some hard decisions. Or whether to pay a light bill or buy food for their kids to eat. Can you even afford car insurance? Can you afford not to go to work? All these are questions that have to be answered. That's going to end up being answered on a debate stage somewhere, and Texas has to make that decision. As I said before, I think Black American voters should be more transactional in who they choose for a candidate. What's in it for Black America? Not Haitian Americans, not Cuban Americans, not Somalians, Black America, African Americans who are here, who've been here, who has been struggling for generations and decades here. Everybody should make sure they get out there and vote. Everybody should get out there and support whoever you're going to support. I won't lie. Tallarico has heart. He's going to need support from Jasmine Crockett to get Black America to vote. Even then, there's a good chance Black America will sit at home in Texas. At the end of the day, and you got to ask yourself this, as a black voter, what do you have to lose? The Democratic Party has counted on black voter loyalty for generations, and it has gotten them nowhere but empty promises. So if Tallarico wants black voters, what's he going to do for the black voters in Texas? I know some people get mad when I mention reparations, and you have a right to. And I encourage you to get mad and say why you support it, why you don't. One person said that Frederick Douglass was against it. He probably was. One person said that I wasn't a slave. You're right. I wasn't a slave. I never claimed to be, and never will claim to be a slave. I'm descended from slaves, yes. But I will say this though: every promise made to Black America has been broken, from the Civil Rights Act to the 40 Acres and a Mule. You know, how do you fix this? I don't know. I'm not a political genius. I'm not a political consultant. But I am is a simple man who has common sense and can see what's going on and what's happening. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Elections have consequences. Every vote really does matter. But you have had a lot more people voting in this primary this year than ever before. And I think you have a lot more people voting in the state of Texas for November than ever before. So some people might get mad, but I'm going to stick with what I say. Black voters need to be transactional. What's in it for Black America? What do you get out of this? You know, Talarico, he has the Hispanic votes, he has the white vote, but he don't have the black vote. So he has to figure out how he's going to get black support to get out there and make it. And depending on which candidate on the Republican side he's running against, depending how much easier it'll be or hard. Do I think if he run against Ken Paxton, he'll have it easy? Yeah, I think if he run against Ken Paxton, he's going to have an easy campaign. It writes himself. If he runs John Corwin, he's going to have a little bit more of a problem. I like John Corwin. I respect John Corwin. I think he's a good person. Do I agree with everything he done in the last few years? No. But I understand why he did it and why he has done what he done. Do I think things about to change? Yeah, I think a lot of things about to change. And I think in the next 6 months, depending on how much suffering people do in Texas, from the farmers to the oil fields to the small business owners, it's going to play a major, major part in who's going to be the next senator for Texas. It's also going to be a major part in a lot of who's going to be the representatives for the state in the state house and state legislature. As always, comment, questions, you can email me, make comments, and I'll respond to everything. Okay? Also look at my Substack. Okay, thank you.